Hey guys, it's Ep23 and welcome back to episode 23 of my Liverpool career. In today's episode we have some big games to play and again against Aston Villa. Let's kick things off in today's episode as well. We've got some other matches to play after that game against West Brom in the Cup in about 3 days time, followed by games against Tottenham and maybe even Porto depending on how we get on. But before we go any further in today's episode, quick announcement. I've released some football tops, some Game-Face football jerseys which you can now buy in the top line of the description below. Basically the reason why I've done that is for your incredible support. I want to try and give some sort of like special merchandise back. If you guys wanted to join the team and wanted to be a part of it, then you can if you choose. Purchase these. Like I say, I've brought down the price as much as possible to £20 to make it really affordable, obviously, for a football top. You see the pictures on screen right now. Absolutely incredible designs. Thank you so much to Triumphify who helped design them. Obviously, gave them some inputs and they brought out some incredible designs to show you guys. And I brought them out now so you guys can buy them for a very limited time. They're going to be out for maybe 2 weeks or so very, very limited. And we'll wait and see exactly how we do. And maybe we'll do more in the future, depending on what you guys think. But those designs I'm really, really happy with. And so you guys can purchase those now if you choose to. Let's crack on with today's episode. If we could try 100 likes on today's episode, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and that'd be absolutely fantastic too. Let's crack on with things. This is the team I've gone with for this opening fixture. No changes, bar one, technically. Chan comes into the side, but exactly the same team that we put out for the game against Bayern Munich. The side's staying the same. We're going to try and keep consistency as much as possible, but Chan comes in for the injured Oxlade-Chamberlain. The rest of the team is exactly the same. We'll make some changes for the game against West Brom, which is next match in 3 days' time. It's a cup game as well, so we'll change the team for that. But let's crack on with this game. Let's try and get ourselves 3 points. Home match against Aston Villa, a game that you hope we should be able to win. Okay, let's crack on with this game now against Aston Villa. Obviously at Anfield for this match. Hopefully going to try and get ourselves a good victory against Villa. It's one of those sort of games where you put out your strongest team like we have done, and you expect to win this game quite comfortably, especially at home as well against a team like Aston Villa. But at the same time, it always feels like one of those sort of matches where you can have slip-ups. So I'm just hoping that isn't what happens in this game. Oh, what a chance. Oh, no. Terrible defending. It's my mistake here because we've just left, I think, Glenn Whelan free. Oh, of all people. Glenn Whelan. Is that his first goal of his career? He's got 40 as well. Jesus Christ. It's never good when he's scoring against you, is it? It's dreadful defending, though, from a free kick. I do decide for some reason to move this player just out of the way. Don't know why, just at the last moment we just give space to Glenn Whelan. Didn't think he was going to play it to him. Who's passing to Glenn Whelan? Oh, scores. It's on the volley. It's quite a good connection, good finish, to be fair. Losing the game 1-0. Not the start we wanted. 13 minutes in. Firmino takes a touch, shoots. Oh, thought he'd equalised. So close. I think maybe our first shot of the game. We've still not had that many at all. 26 minutes in. I'm pretty sure that might be our first chance. Villa have done pretty well defensively so far, stopped all our chances. Salah's been in the back pocket of, I think, is that Delat there? The right back? Yeah, I don't really know what's gone on there because he has really struggled so far, but he can get the ball here. Good chance for Salah, and again gets blocked. He struggled. Salah now going to deliver this corner into the box. Not a bad delivery, but the keeper punches away. Firmino, oh, lovely little back heel into Mane there. He's running off his man as well. Mane's still going, cutting inside with his right foot. Didn't quite cut him much, but he got himself the goal nevertheless. It's 1-1, and we're going to ourselves the equalising goal here. Very few chances for us in this game. We're starting to get into the match a little bit more in the last few minutes. And Mane just finished that one off really nicely. Good run there from the right-hand side to the central position. And just coming inside a little bit. Didn't really cut in as much as I'd hoped, but still finds the angle to get the goal. And it's a really good finish, actually. Has to bend it into that far corner. It's 1-1, and we've got ourselves back at level terms. It's half-time. We're drawing the game 1-0 at the moment. A little bit disappointed we haven't found the lead. We've struggled initially in the game, obviously going down 1-0. So Glenn Whelan was never a good start, but we've got back in the game at least, and we're still not created any chances as I was hoping, which is a little bit disappointing, but I think we will continue to step things up in the second half, and hopefully we can find ourselves in front. This team's got too much quality in it, you would have thought, so we should have enough to get us through this game, and hopefully get us the 3 points. Salah winning it back here, good chance for him to run forward. Going for it on his left foot. Salah shoots and scores. It's 2-1. We're in front for the first time in this game. And it's Mohamed Salah who's managed to capitalise from a bit of a mistake from the midfielder. We initially passed it and it was intercepted, but not intercepted very well because he fell on the floor, did the opposition player. Salah then capitalises on that, picks up the ball, gets running, and as you can see, that just takes on 1 or 2 players, skips past the centre-back and finishes really nicely. 2-1. We're in front in this game now. Firmino gonna shoot. Oh, thought he scored. What a strike. It's a tight angle as that one to just hit one from. Obviously quite far out as well, but gets away from a few players and then just leathers it. Sadly though, it's slightly wide. Firmino looking for the ball into Wijnaldum here. Good chance for Wijnaldum. Oh, I thought he was going to get there. Mane still might. Oh, that's just headed it so close into their own net though. He goes wide. And Aston Villa give us a corner there. Unbelievable chance for us. Thought they'd scored. Thought they'd given us a third goal. But Mane will now deliver this corner. Still searching for it. Looking for Van Dijk. Oh no, we've both gone for it. Oh my days. Both of them went for it, but from different angles. In the end, they both got tangled up and the ball rebounded away from goal. Matip wins us another corner. Why two of our players gone for the same ball there? Salah from the opposite side this time round. Let's get a better ball in than that. Oh, goes the wrong way again. And Villa have to clear that one. I was expecting the keeper to get it, but in the end, I think one of their defenders heads it away. Firmino tripping at Mane, great pass. Mane has to find someone in the box himself. Now into the back post for Wijnaldum. Saved by the goalkeeper, headed out for a corner. Such a good chance, and I thought it was going to be a third goal. Really good opportunity there. Once again, Salah going to try and deliver this corner into an outswinger to Matip, and again headed away. Henderson on the volley. Oh, I thought he'd gone in. How many times are we not going to get this third goal? Jordan Henderson, the captain, hits it on the volley there from the edge of the box. Look at that. I think it might be a half volley. It might just have bounced in front of him. So close to a third. 10 minutes to go. Origi, Woodburn and Gomez to come on. We'll take off Alexander-Arnold, Firmino and Wijnaldum. Like I say, just 10 minutes left. We're literally just going to freshen up the team for the final 10 and see what those guys can do, if anything. Woodburn, ball into Chan. Chan going to try and finish. Has to be. No. How have we missed again? How do we keep missing these chances? Oh, Chan just puts it wide. Disappointing. Origi onto Woodburn. He's running forward, still looking for a third goal here in the final few minutes of this game. Out strength, still trying to go for it, but cleared away. That'll probably be it now, I think. Should get ourselves 3 points, albeit not quite the scoreline we're after. Just a 2-1 victory, obviously good enough to win the match, but still was after a third and fourth goal in that game, especially with the team that we had out. I know it was obviously maybe a slightly tired team, and I know obviously we also conceded very early on and conceded first, which didn't help, but I still felt like we could have scored more of those chances. Aston Villa 1 shot, 1 on target, 1 goal. Felt like they had more than that, to be honest, but we certainly did dominate, so I'm not surprised by our stats. But yeah, should have taken more of those 14 shots. Okay, it's this cup game against West Brom. This is the team going to go with. Carrier starts in goal, obviously the cup game, so we're going to start him there. Sidibe at right back, Gomez did it, and turning defence, we've got Cook, Keita and Woodburn in midfield, so a bit of a different midfield for us there. Pulisic, Origi and Sessegnon as our front three. We played 3 days ago, loads of change to the team, as well as the fact we've got a game against Tottenham coming up soon as well. Tchaikovsky, Robertson, Ramsey, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Salah, Mane and Solanke all on the bench for us there. Let's crack on, let's see how we get on in this game, try and get ourselves through into the next round. I'm fairly sure it's the EFL Cup, but I don't actually know. It's the Carabao Cup and we are in the 4th round at the moment, so obviously looking to get into the next one and hopefully try and have a bit of a cup run here. Okay, we go for this game against West Brom. Let's see how we get on, try and get ourselves a good victory here and of course into the next round. We've changed midfield in particular quite a lot, and obviously the whole team's been changed, but the midfield in particular I'm quite interested to see how that combination works out with Keita, Cook and Woodburn in there. Let's wait and see. Origi looking for Woodburn, he might find him as well, it's 1-0, what a pass from Origi, little chip into Woodburn, he makes his way into the box, nods at home past the goalkeeper, and no one was marking him, just allowed to run in there freely, gets in between the two centre-backs, makes it really difficult for them to be able to defend that, and obviously nods it past from a close range, so really impressed with that. Good little ball there from Origi, he finds himself a little bit out of position where you'd maybe expect him. In fact, Woodburn's really in his position, but it's a great run from a youngster, gets in there and scores another goal for us. He's in good form when he plays for us. Woodburn into Origi, Origi over to Sessegnon, he takes a touch and shoots. It's now 2-0, doubled our lead, and it's Sessegnon who scores this time round. We know about how incredible he can be when he plays for us. We don't ever seem to give him enough game time though, obviously because of the wings that we've currently got at the club, but we try and get him in as many games as possible. We try and bring him off the bench because he can produce really well for us, and he has been doing exactly that this season. Look at the way that we just switched it over to him here with Woodburn into Origi, and then just straight over to Sessegnon, who's totally free because Neom's been tucked inside. Origi's brought him into him and allowed Sessegnon some space on that left-hand side for him to shoot. Good finish, sort of outside the foot, toe poke type finish, but still finds the opposite side of the goal to the keeper, and it's now 2-0. Sessegnon, great ball into that post, oh, headed away by the West Brom defender. Thought we were going to get there with Pulisic then as well. Great bit of defending, fantastic clearance down for a corner, 5 minutes left in the first half. Can we get a flick on? No. It's half-time, winning the game 2-0, obviously in a good position at the moment to try and get into the next round of the Cup, especially considering the team we're putting out here in this game. I'm happy with what we've got at the moment, playing good football, dominating the game. Occasionally West Brom come forward, they haven't caused us that many issues, but they do certainly have 1 or 2 players that can bring the ball forward and maybe get a shot on goal, so we have to be careful we don't let them back in this game. I think a third would pretty much secure us the victory now. Origi look for the pass into Keita. Great chance. Oh, God. I could see that finish was coming from a mile off though. Never felt confident when he was running up to take that shot. Look for the ball through now. Great little pass. Good chance for Pulisic. Oh, what a save, keeper. Managed to keep it at 2-0 now as well. It's such a good ball into Pulisic. A little reverse pass. It's a really good run from him. Beats the keeper to it as well. It's Session to deliver this corner now. I've had 7 shots. Only got 2 goals so far, but looking to try and get more if we can. And it's headed away for now. Pulisic into the back post. Session heads it at the keeper. We're going to make our first change now. We're going to take off Origi, who seems to have picked up a bit of an injury. Don't know how bad it is. He seems to be up and running, but we'll bring on Solanke anyway. And I think we'll also bring on Ramsey and take off Woodburn. I think that makes sense. And in fact, Tarkowski should come on as well, I think. So yeah, we'll take off Sidibe and we'll bring on Tarkowski. Gomez will go play it right back. Oh dear, oh dear. Rondon's running away from De Ligt. And he's got a chance. Jesus, what was that? Whew. I know it was his left foot, but wow. You nearly hit the corner flag with that. Wow, that is almost impressive how far away from goal he's got that. There we go, finishes 2-0 into the next round of the Cup. Obviously good to be into the next round. Disappointed though not to score as many goals again. But it's one of those sort of games that you have to expect against West Brom. It's a West Brom performance where they don't really want to go forward. You've got to try and break them down somehow. And to be honest, our finishing wasn't great, but the goalkeeping was probably what kept him in it. Yeah, it was just a West Brom performance where they didn't go forward that many times at all. We saw a dragged shot there from Rondon during the game, but other than that, they've not had 2 more chances. Training injury here for Lewis Cook, out for 2 weeks with a pulled calf. Disappointing, but he has been struggling to get game time anyway, so it's not like he was necessarily starting every game. We've got a few different emails coming in here. James Tarkowski saying us to get out of the club in the next transfer window. A chance I have with his role at the club as well. Trying to incorporate them, but again, we've got such a big squad that I've tried to narrow down as much as possible, but it's really, really tricky to be able to incorporate everyone. Mane's got Player of the Month for us this month, or last month I should say, which is great news. Good to see our players picking up those awards. I think it was Firmino last month, this time it's Mane, which is nice to see. And we found ourselves top of the league here by 2 points in front of Manchester City and Stoke, both of those guys on 20, we've got 22. Game against Tottenham now, but we've also got a game after that, not too far away, against Porto in 3 days' time as well, so we've got to think about that game, as well as balancing out the team for this one as well. But this will be the final game of today's episode. Let's change the team and see what side we're going to put out. Okay, to the final game of today's episode against Tottenham in the league. This is the team I've gone with. Alisson starts in goal, Alexander-Arnold, Matip, Van Dijk and Robertson defence. In front of that, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Henderson and Wijnaldum, Mane, Firmino and Salah as our front 3. Pretty much the side you'd expect. We've got Oxlade-Chamberlain coming back into the team now from his injury as well. This is the bench I've gone with. Only real surprise is maybe Shaqiri coming back into the team after he'd been frozen out. Also trying to sell him, so I purposely left him out of the team. He wasn't sold, so we're going to bring him back into the bench at least anyway. And I think, does Origi make the bench, or should we put him on the bench maybe? No, we'll leave Solanke out there for now, and the rest of the bench will remain the same as well. Let's crack on with things, let's see what we get on. Try and get ourselves a victory to end today's episode on. Try and be a little bit more ruthless with our chances. A game against Tottenham's always tough, so we'll see what this game brings. No idea where they are. Outside the top 6 for sure. They're 14th. Wow, okay. Not a good start to the season. We've doubled the amount of points they have. That means nothing in this game though, because we've got to beat them. Okay, we go for this tough game against Tottenham at Wembley Stadium. Let's see how we get on. Despite their league position, obviously, in the league table, we still expect it to be a tough match. They've got Janssen starting up front, so maybe not. Although I might come to regret that, because they do have a good side actually, to be fair. Promes is starting for them, as well as, I think, Ali and Nkudu, I think, on the left-hand side. So we'll wait and see. It could certainly be a tough game, despite their league position. Salah going for a cross, blocked well. Don't know whether he blocked on purpose, might have just smacked him in the face. He's out for a corner early on in this game. Salah going to deliver, and Van Dijk is in there looking for a connection. Oh, it's off the back of Eric Dyer, who will now try and clear, or at least will run somewhere with the ball. Wijnaldum over to Firmino, good chance down for Firmino, blocked. Should have played it back to Wijnaldum, who's in good position there. Henderson going to deliver this ball into the box, and we're going to try and pick out Salah of all players. Oh, good chance. What a block. Wasn't intentional, but it stopped it from going in. Should be 1-0 Tottenham. I think it's Dele Alli with the strike there, but it's Matip who's gone down to block it, and he's done a great job of stopping it from going in. Corner to defend still, though. Quincy Promes going to deliver 18 minutes in. Oxlade-Chamberlain will head that one away. Henderson ball in, looking to Van Dijk. Oh, I thought he'd scored. It's saved by Lloris really well as well. I think it might have been creeping in that one. Really good chance for us. Well played. Mane wins it back into Salah. Still going, but gets shrugged off it. Did so well, did Mane there to win back the ball. Chased it down relentlessly. And unfortunately, we weren't able to capitalise from a great interception. Promes still going. Chance for him. Well played. Van Dijk just holds him off for now. Still going. Oh, they've scored. And we should have done better. I thought we were holding off really well, and then suddenly just unleashes a pass into the box. And it's finished off. Not even too sure who's finished it off. Is that a new Tottenham signing? No idea who he is at all. He's a late arrival into the box though. We just don't pick him up. It's through the legs of Matip to make it even worse, I think, as well. Maybe Robertson. And it's Skip, is it? Who the hell's Skip? Number 71. Never heard of him. Scores on a stroke of half time and gives Spurs the lead as well. Bit undeserved. Bit undeserved to say the least. It's half time, losing the game 1-0. Disappointed obviously to be losing as we go into the break. It's been quite a balanced game. I'd say we just about edged it, but we're losing the game, so got to find a way back into this match, and we've not helped ourselves out there at all. Good chance, could be 2. Oh, should be as well, but Van Dijk clears off the line after his own mistake of nearly getting it over the line. Oh, all over the place there at the back. Very disappointing. Gave it away initially with Alexander-Arnold, straight to them, and we nearly conceded again. Man, the overlap here to Alexander-Arnold, that's really good. He's still going, looking to the back post here. Good chance to pick out Salah, but the fullback beats him to it. Still going for the ball in, and this time held on to it really well by Lloris. First 2 changes, about 30 minutes to go. Tierney and Shaqiri to come on. We're going to take off Henderson and Robertson. Wild will drop back a little bit. Obviously, change formation slightly as well. Shaqiri moving further forward to try and support Firmino. It's risky at this stage of the game, no doubt about it. We have to try and get a goal. I still want to win this match. Yeah, it's going to be difficult to do that obviously now, but we are going a little bit more attacking than I usually would at this stage of the game, but again, just desperately trying to find a goal in this match to help us claw back something at least. Tottenham could well capitalise on that, and could well get a second, I'm aware of that, but I'm just hoping the risk works. Shaqiri still going, needing some support. It's a strange challenge there, just on the edge of the box from Eric Dyer. No need to make the challenge at all. We seem to run into it a little bit as well ourselves. It's unfortunate that it wasn't in the box because it would have been a penalty, but it is just on the edge here, and like I say, it's just a bit of a bizarre one. It's a very early challenge, which we then run into. So it's a chance for us to get the ball into the box here nevertheless, and we're going to try and pick out Firmino at the front post if we can. It's just trying to get to him. It's difficult, but he's got there and saved by Lloris. In the end, it was a good set piece as well. Caused them some issues. Okay, final change. Session to come on. We're going to take off Matip. Change of formation slightly, as you can tell here. Shaqiri and Salah now centre attacking mid. Session as a left winger, an out-and-out left winger. Mane's a right mid to try and cover us a little bit, and then just something at the back. We're going to go with it anyway for the final 15 minutes, having to risk it here. That's what you've got to do. I was tempted to bring on Solanke, but in the end I went Session just because I think he's more likely to give us goals. Solanke was going to give us some more height, but we'll go for goals instead, and we'll see what happens. I was so close to taking off Salah as well, because he's not had a good game again for us. I say again, but he's just quite inconsistent. 10 minutes to go, still losing this game 1-0, still looking for a goal. We're struggling, Tottenham defending really well, we're not attacking so well ourselves, and so that combination doesn't really bode well for us. Still trying to go through Mane, but again losing out, just not attacking very well at all. It's been very poor for us here, and Tottenham's still looking to go forward themselves and to punish us. It's Eriksen now coming forward, Van Dijk struggling to keep up, go across, what a block, but 2-0, that was always the risk that we were going to concede. It's happened, but I just don't know how it's happened, because I look at the way Tottenham were at the back, it felt like the whole team was there, and on the other end they still had 3 or 4 players there, so it's very, very bizarre how they were able to do that. When we were pushing so many players forward, we just attacked so poorly. It's Harry Kane to finish, and I think he must have come on the pitch at some point, because he's got himself a goal here, 5 minutes to go. It's 2-0, we'll lose this game now unfortunately. Tottenham have outdone us tactically, but have just defended really, really well. It just feels like the whole team's been there the whole game, which obviously isn't the case. They've gone forward once or twice themselves, and they've just been very clinical, something we've not been able to do, and it's cost us in this game. Shaqiri into Firmino, still going to try and get a goal here if we can. Mane looking for a cross, it's not really worked as those crosses. Shaqiri to turn and shoot, saved again. Yeah, the crossing really hasn't worked in this game. We should have found another route through before we did, and so it's a little bit disappointing from that side of things. Still a chance here for us. It's deflects off our own player. Never good. Van Dijk to try and cross. Still going. Still saved. That's it. Finishes 2-0. Tottenham beats us here. Very disappointed by that. It's one of those sort of games you should never lose. Never lose. The amount of chances we've had. You should never really draw the match given the chances we've had. But we've got ourselves a loss there. A big loss against Tottenham in a game where you should 100% score. The amount of chances we've created, you've got to score. We've not managed to do that again as well. I've no idea. 9 shots, 6 on target, more possession as well. And yet we don't seem to have scored somehow. Luckily for us though, and this is just so fluky, Man City have lost at home to West Ham. The computer and the opposition never seem to take their chances to be able to overtake us. It's almost a little bit frustrating because you want that challenge, but Man City have just lost exactly the same. So that means we again remain 2 points in front of them and 2 points in front of Burnley because they lost as well. It just seems very bizarre that the opposition and the computer don't really ever seem to take those chances to overtake us. Which is good for us, but at the same time also a little bit annoying as well. So hopefully though we don't drop any points next episode, and hopefully that's not an issue for us next time round. No change to the player drills this week, guys. It remained exactly the same once again. And that concludes today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and hit 100 likes on today's episode, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already as well, and that'd be absolutely fantastic too. Really do appreciate your support, guys. Let me know in the comment section below if you've liked the video and also subscribed as well, and that'd be absolutely great. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.